All right, guys. So, the name of my TED Talk is Man with a Plan, and I'm gonna start off with a little story. The story of a boy who he's 19, is in college. He drops out of college because he just knows it's not right for him, and all he knows is he doesn't do well with formal schooling. So he identifies what he does, what he likes to do. He remembers how much he liked to play with computer chips in high school. So him and his buddy start a business in their parents' garage, where they just make electronics. And he's actually Steve Jobs, and he founded Apple. And the reason I'm telling you this is he knew what he wanted, and he just did what made him happy and knew what would make him happy. So, although the future is never certain, decisions we make every day will affect the rest of our lives, and it's important to look into the future while we're making these decisions so that we can create a future that we want to live in. So, senior year, this is a very important topic because we're choosing what we want to do. There's no more plan for us made. It's all about our own decisions, and there's no roadmap for us anymore. So, in order to make these decisions, we have to look into our ideal future. Does this future have kids? Does it have traveling? Does it have a high salary? Does it have stable work? Does it have our hobbies? Um, we can't have all of these in most lives. Some people can have it, but it's not regular. So, say you want to have a high paying job and kids. So you go to a college, you maybe take extra years, past 4 years, um, you work through internships, move up the ranks, and you're constantly working, working, working. And even if you can find a relationship in that, when you have kids, you're going to have to be still working, and they're just not going to fit into life as much as you might want to. But so, how are we supposed to decide what we want when we're still in high school? Like, how are you supposed to decide if you want kids, how close you want to be with your kids when you're 18? There's no clear cut answer to this. The best way to do is just think about what makes you happy. So, for example, or it doesn't have to be a job. It doesn't have to be just one thing. It can be changing, but there's something you need to be working towards. I personally know I love the lake, so I want to find a job where I can get time off eventually and have enough money where I can have a boat, have um, maybe a house on the lake where I could just spend every day on the lake. So my plan is to um, go to college after high school, go to University of Wisconsin Madison, study business. Hopefully, maybe start my own business eventually after I work a few internships. Hopefully, this business is profitable, so I can hire a manager to manage it mostly for me. I'd still probably work with it, but eventually have kids, have a family. Hopefully, it's successful enough where I can buy a house on the lake. I know there's a small chance this happens, but I think it's just the importance of setting goals. When we set goals, it's something to work towards. We have purpose in our life. It's something that we are working towards, not just sitting at home wondering what we want. So I think the best way to do that is to create a roadmap. So ask yourself questions like, do I like formal schooling? Does it work with me? Do I want to go to college? Or is this not for me? Was high school not good? Do I want to stop and say, okay, this is where I start finding a job? And then other questions like, if you do want to go to college, what do you want to study? What makes you happy? What interests you? Or what are you good at? And you answer these questions and you just keep building on more questions until you've created a plan for yourself. Um, and these are the goals for your life. This is what you want to do with the rest of your life. And it's okay to restart every once in a while, but eventually you need to create goals that you permanently have and you work towards your whole life. So when you set goals for yourself at the end of your life, you can be proud of yourself because even if you didn't complete all of them, you know you gave it your all. And that's just how I'm looking at life right now as a senior because this is a big decision making time and it's really hard because we've grown up and it's been um, our parents telling us, "Oh, this is school you're going to. This is the next grade. This is the next grade. This is what you do in high school. Next grade, next grade. But at the end of high school, it's our decision. It's what we want to do. So I just wanted to show my thinking in the future and how I think about my decisions I make now. So thank you.